Have you ever left a conversation feeling confused and silenced, but couldn't pinpoint why? The words might have sounded normal, reasonable, but something felt off. The chances are you might have been hit with a thought terminating cliche, a short, familiar phrase that sounds wise, but shuts down your thinking, emotions, or questions, and it makes your clarity feel like the problem. Hi, I'm Callie Sorensen. I have a master's in the psychology of coercive control, and I help people recognize and recover from manipulative dynamics. If you're new to this, watch my intro video first, Thought-Terminating Cliches, the Hidden Language of Control. It lays the foundation for how these phrases work. In this video, I'm going to break down the 6 major categories of thought-terminating cliches so you can spot them in your daily life and reclaim your power and your voice. Number 1, emotional suppression cliches. These phrases turn your feelings into flaws, making your human emotions the problem. Some examples include, "You're overreacting. Stop overthinking. Lighten up. Just forget it. Don't be so sensitive." They might seem harmless, even helpful, but here's what they really do. They shame your emotions. These cliches frame calm as correct and feelings as failure. You start second guessing your emotions, thinking, if I feel deeply, I must be wrong. Over time, you lose the ability to name or trust what you feel. They also collapse nuance. Instead of asking, what is this feeling telling me? You think, why can't I just get over it? A moment of insight or boundary awareness becomes a performance of maturity, where image trumps truth. Also, they silence your intuition. What's called overreacting is often your nervous system spotting a red flag. But phrases like "just let it go" train you to numb out, confusing suppression with growth, and you lose the ability to trust yourself when something's actually off. They also can create self-policing. Eventually, you don't need anyone to say these. You repeat them to yourself. I'm being too much. Maybe it isn't a big deal. You silence yourself to avoid tension or to seem acceptable. Number 2, gender-based dismissals. These cliches use gender stereotypes to shame emotions and normalize harm. They can be disguised as casual or just how it is. Some examples for men include "boys will be boys," "man up," "real men don't cry," "I'm a guy, what do you expect?" Examples for women: "she's just crazy," "don't be a drama queen," "she must be PMSing," "she's so emotional," "typical woman." Why these gender cliches work and why they're so damaging? Well, they normalize harm. "Boys will be boys" excuses bad behavior. "She's just emotional" discredits valid concerns and feelings. The harm gets protected, the response gets blamed. They can also shame everybody's emotions. Men are taught feeling is weak. Women are taught feeling is unstable. Both are pushed to suppress their truth to fit stereotypes. Also, they reinforce control. These phrases train you to doubt yourself and play your role, your part, prioritizing gender norms over your reality. They protect systems where domination is excused and vulnerability is punished. And the result, you lose authentic expression and the ability to question power or connect honestly, because you're conditioned to think your feelings are the problem. And the moment you believe that, the shutdown has succeeded. Number 3, spiritual bypassing cliches. These may sound enlightened, but avoid discomfort, dodge accountability, and silence emotions under the guise of spiritual wisdom. Some examples are, "everything happens for a reason," "just forgive," "stay high vibe," "karma will take care of it," "let go and let God." And why are these so harmful? Well, they frame pain as spiritual failure. Are you feeling hurt or setting boundaries? You're told you're less evolved. Instead of processing emotions, you're pressured to suppress or transcend them for other people's comfort. They can also offer comfort, not clarity. Phrases like "trust the process" soothe discomfort, but skip the work of reflection and accountability. It's peace without depth. They also make suppression a virtue. In spiritual spaces, you're praised for being calm or forgiving or a Christian man or woman, even when it's just shutdown or fear. It's not authentic. It can be performance. They turn spirituality into control. Instead of fostering presence, these phrases pressure you to conform, not heal. You might act healed while ignoring real human pain. And the result? You may look spiritual, but feel unseen, unexpressed, and hurt. True spirituality doesn't demand you skip your anger or your grief to prove that you're high vibe. Number 4, psychological gaslighting cliches. These weaponize therapy speak to make you question your reality, not grow. Some examples might include, that's just your ego. That's your trauma talking. You're projecting. This is a trigger, not the truth. You're in a victim mindset. And why they're dangerous? They turn insight into invalidation. These sound like clarity, but strip away empathy, labeling your reaction as the problem, so they don't have to look at what happened. They can also hijack your healing. If you've done therapy or shadow work, these hit harder. They mimic growth tools. You doubt your clarity, thinking it's self-awareness, when it actually could be manipulation. They teach self-gaslighting. You start thinking, maybe this is my ego. Maybe I am the problem. You stop confronting harm and overanalyze yourself instead. They also can mask control as feedback. Delivered gently, these phrases say, you're the problem for noticing. It's control masked as wisdom. And the damage, you stop trusting your intuition and perform emotional intelligence while betraying your truth. Number 5, relational control cliches. These show up in close relationships, prioritizing connection without accountability. Some examples can be, you're overreacting. You always make it about you. You just need to trust me. Stop living in the past. I said I'm sorry. Why are you still upset? Let's agree to disagree. Why these cliches work? They rewire your instincts. You feel something's off, but doubt it, thinking maybe I am making it a big deal. You lose your voice and you lose confidence in your own reality. Also, they redefine loyalty as silence. They teach a dangerous equation that love equals not questioning. Speaking up feels like betraying the relationship and risking the connection. Also, they can groom self-abandonment. You minimize your needs over time and perform chill to keep the peace, even when you're hurt or dismissed. You later realize you haven't been in a relationship. You've been managing somebody else's comfort at the expense of your own truth. And the damage, you call silence maturity and self-betrayal love, losing what it feels like to truly be seen and understood. Number 6, workplace and authority-based cliches. These appear in hierarchical systems, workplaces, schools, or institutions, valuing conformity over clarity and obedience as professionalism. Some examples are, it's always been done this way. Don't fix what isn't broken. Just follow the rules. The customer's always right. That's way above your pay grade. Stay in your lane. And why these work? They prioritize authority over ethics. Obedience is framed as virtue. They don't ask, is this right? They say, just do it because that's how we do it. So even if a process is outdated, harmful, or unjust, you're trained to override your discernment and comply. Also, they stifle innovation and integrity. Questioning is discouraged, stalling progress and protecting harm. And they reward silence. The message is clear. Keep your head down to succeed. So people learn, don't challenge bad policy. Don't name dysfunction. Don't point out ethical issues. Speaking up feels like self-sabotage, fearing to lose your place in the system. Also, they can replace dialogue with dogma. These phrases say, don't ask why, just do it. They create compliance through culture. Questioning becomes disloyalty. And the impact, you stop trusting your gut, you become functional and disconnected from your values and your voice. So it's important to know that the more that you recognize these cliches, the less power they hold. You don't need to argue or over-explain. Just stay anchored in and speak your truth. These phrases create the illusion of peace by shutting down complexity and dialogue. So why do people use thought-terminating cliches? Not everyone using them is malicious. Most are repeating just what they were taught by parents or teachers or bosses. These phrases feel like wisdom, but function as shutdowns. So why do people use them? It could be to avoid big emotions. Phrases like just let it go dodge overwhelming feelings. Or also they could sidestep conflict. They try to maintain peace by avoiding the deeper truth. Also to deflect accountability. That's your trauma shifts the focus from their impact to your supposed flaw. Also to preserve power. In hierarchies, cliches like just follow orders protect control. Also to move fast. They're shortcuts that prioritize speed over depth. And understanding this can help you stop internalizing the harm and reclaim your clarity. So, what to do if you're confronted with a thought terminating cliche? It's not about fighting harder, it's about staying true to yourself. So, make sure you ask, what's this phrase silencing in me? What question do I still want to ask? Does this create connection or does it shut it down? Am I abandoning myself to seem easy? You can also try these responses. I need more clarity before moving on. I don't feel seen or understood right now. Can we explore what's really going on? That might be true, but I still feel this way and want to talk about it. These aren't attacks, they're anchors to your truth. So please know this is not an exhaustive list. Language can silence and control in countless ways. So make sure you drop cliches that you've heard in the comments below and let's build this awareness together. And make sure you check out my other video on the silent ways people control you via the bite model. And if this resonated, check out my course, Become Ungroomable, to untangle from dynamics that erode your voice. And remember, when someone uses a thought-terminating cliche, they're not just ending a conversation, they're disconnecting you from yourself. But when you notice it, you can pause, reflect, and reclaim your power. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.